Hello there, part-timers. Once again, this here is Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at some more Guardians of the Galaxies with issues 17, 18, 19, and 20. And this is, technically, this one right here is the first issue of Guardians of the Galaxy I ever read. Was totally fascinated by it, thought it was great. And it's also kind of a soft reset for the book. The team pretty much stays the same. You do change a couple of members, but a lot of the writing seems to pick up differently. The stories move differently. It's just, there's a different feel to it. Good opening page. They have ice cubes and stuff in space, which I thought was funny. But just a very interesting start to the thing. This is where Martin X, I think pretty much resigns from the team. And I remember this particular page here, which is just the same photo of him over and over again. Mulling things over in his head, talking himself into what step he needs to take. And I thought that was a really interesting way of doing it. He resigns, basically, and, you know, in the midst of a bunch of other hijinks going on, he just quits. He's tired of being the one held responsible for all their plans, their decisions, and he pulls out. Charlie gets a new outfit, starts wearing shirts more often. They land in the Hellhole Earth, I believe, and they are ambushed by the Punishers, a street gang based entirely upon the works of Frank Castle, which is just fantastic. Thinking of having an army of Punishers, I thought was super fascinating. The reason being they invented TV that was so good people would die in front of their sets and never stop watching it, and that is hilarious and tragic and weird. But anyway, Punishers. I don't know if they really uphold his sense of justice, but they definitely uphold his sense of violence. And here Marty puts Advanced Astro in charge. See the Punishers making their move. But yeah, it's just a banger issue. It is definitely a stellar stepping stone in the book of the Guardians of the Galaxies. I love everything that preceded it, but I would say the book does take a definite upturn as far as just the way it carries itself. Now, not everybody on the Earth is in with the Punishers, definitely, and they are not the good guys. They are big guys, but they do love Frank Castle's sense of fashion and also his sense of armaments. And here we see a rebel fighter who they just call Hollywood. But if you know your Marvel characters from the 80s and 90s, even with a silly name like that, with his outfit and everything, you should know who that is. We got Yondu doing Yondu things, taking out Punishers. There is an odd page in the middle of this book. We got a Tiger Man that's in this, who does eventually become a member of the team. We got some very thick, weird ad pages that was making it very difficult to turn that first half of the book. Hopefully that kind of goes away. I don't recall that. Favorite book I've ever read right there. Michael Crichton. Favorite novel. Here, Charlie, he's ready to start pounding Punishers, which you should. Nikki. See, I think she would make a fantastic Marvel Legend, and I would also love a Charlie 27. I think those would be fantastic Marvel Legends that we never got. A Punisher tank, which is a thing of beauty, which, you know, if you ever want to make an Elseworlds playset, you could give me that Punisher tank. I would be interested in that. And there he is. There's Hollywood, and you know, you absolutely have to know. It's just, it's Wonder Man. He exists in this era, and that's fantastic. There's your, what you call it, Sorcerer Supreme from this age. You got Talon, who's kind of just your basic obligatory cat person. I think after Thundercats, the success of Thundercats, most books and properties at some point through their run had to have a Catman or Catwoman of some kind. But it looks good. Looks very good. I'm reading the credits here. Tom DeFalco has been the head of, or editor-in-chief at the time. And I want to say this book took a turn around the same time that I think Alpha Flight took a turn for the better. And I don't know if that was a change in management, a change in funding, popularity of different series or what. But I definitely remember there was a time when Alpha Flight went from kind of like, meh, you can tell Marvel doesn't love this book, to let's step it up. Let's make the book better. Let's make the art better. Let's make all of it better. Let's put better writing in it. And this has a lot of the same look and feel of art, where we're going to actually start trying a little harder. And I think that was great for this book. This book, unlike Alpha Flight, was good from the beginning. Alpha Flight, very uneven, some of it very good. The first, like the Burn Run, is okay, but it's very slow moving and very boring. The art's fantastic. The storytelling is good, but there's just nothing happens. And this series was a good run all the way. I never found myself like dragging through it like I did Alpha Flight sometimes. But I put these books, these two books, that book and this book, very close together on, you know, in my heart, because they're both full, complete series that I was able to attain very early on in my comic book collecting, all through quarter bins. And so I was buying comics off the shelf for $1, $2 at the time. And then the fact that I could just go and dig through quarter bins and find complete series of stuff was mind-blowing and fantastic and wonderful. And of course, you know, you couldn't find X-Men titles in the books in bins like that. But stuff like this that had been out for a few years and wasn't really selling and nobody loved it. This is a wild group of page. That's crazy. I really like that. This whole thing. Man, that's a beautiful 2 pages. Anyway, yeah. So being able to find this book in the quarter bins was just one of the fantastic things that kept me hungry for comic books. Now, I had to drive an hour and a half to the nearest comic book quarter bin at that time period. But who cares? Right now I got to drive an hour and a half to the nearest probably $4 bin. I can't even think of anywhere in El Paso that has a $1 bin. It's rough going. Comic book world in New Mexico is terrible. Wish that you could get stuff for less from stores, but you can't. And the only place I've been able to find stuff in good deals is from local sellers, offloading collections, or just buying online, because a lot of times you can get your comics for $1 an issue, less than $2 an issue. These I did have to pay a little bit for. I think I paid about $1.75, $2 per issue. I'm not really upset about that. It's more than a quarter, but hey, it is worth it to me to have my very favorite series back. I have not had this series complete since about 2000. So to have the series back and complete, very excited about that, very grateful, and very grateful to you guys for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Part-timers, I will catch you later. Appreciate you. Remember to enjoy collecting, to not stress about it, to do it in a way that is fun, and don't take it too seriously. Anyway, that's my story. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.